Welcome back, guys. I know I've been promising to do a kids lunch ideas video, so I decided to actually sit down and put this together. I have a few tips to share with you guys that have worked for me and my two kiddos, specifically my son who is in first grade this year. And all of these are tried and true from all last year. So last year was kindergarten. It was his first real year going to school and having to pack a lunch. So it was definitely something that we had to find out what worked and what didn't. So stay tuned if you guys want to see what works for packing lunches. I know that most of you, your kids have probably been in school for a couple weeks or they just got started. Packing lunches can be fun and exciting for the first few days, weeks, and then they get really monotonous. So I'm going to show you a really quick, easy way how I pack my son's lunch under 10 minutes every single night, and he usually finishes it. So here we go. So I have showed you guys in two past videos that I've done, I've mentioned these YUMBOXes. I purchased these at the beginning of last year, and I will never not have one of these while my kids are young. These have been life-changing. They are awesome. They're great for the environment because you don't use a million Ziploc bags and disposable, packing materials. And I just love them. I cannot say enough good things about these. They are a little bit pricey, but totally worth it in the long run. I used this every single day last year for my son, and we saved so much money in, like I said, Ziploc bags and packing stuff for his lunch and stuff that he didn't eat, food waste. So I will have these linked below. I just ordered mine off Amazon, but they have a bunch of different colors. They have a bunch of different tray setups. So it's a removable tray, and they're super easy to wash. They are dishwasher safe. I don't wash mine in the dishwasher. I just do it by hand because, like I said, he uses this every single day. But this one is my son's, so it just closes up. And then this one, I also got one for my daughter. And it's not only great for school, but it's great to teach them what a healthy lunch is. So as you can see, there's a little protein spot, there's a grain spot, veggies, fruit, dairy. And then this you can either use for like ranch dip, or you can use it for a sweet treat. Both my kids are surprisingly really good with this, but if my son doesn't finish his lunch, he will come home and he will still have his sweet treat in there. He knows that he doesn't get it unless he finishes his lunch. So it's kind of funny, and that was like a big surprise for us. So they're small, they're compact, they're easy to clean. I love these. If you guys haven't checked them out, definitely take a peek at their website, or like I said, on Amazon. So those are great. And then just to label it, I just wrote his name in a Sharpie on the back and it stayed. For drinks, we send water, and he has a choice to get juice or milk at school. But I just have a little sticker by, I think it's called dinkleboo.com. And you can order them, you can customize them, you can get little characters. You can put just their first name if you want. We put his first and last name. But we use these little thermos drink containers, and it keeps his water cold all day. So, and then just to keep things exciting, these are a couple things that I invested in last year that we used, that especially when we first started packing his lunch, he went from having hot lunches and home-cooked food every day at his last daycare to this school where you have to pack a cold lunch or get hot lunch there. So these are little cutouts. There's a little dog, there's a little bear, there's a little rabbit, an elephant, a little chick, and a little fish. So you can cut out ham shapes, you can cut out cheese, you can cut out fruit, whatever you want. And these we don't use as much now, because I will tell you that this does take a little bit of time to do. But when we first got him started, I did this all the time and he loved it. And we gave him choices. So we would say, well, do you want a bear today? And he would be all about it. My son really struggled with sandwiches. It's our fault, we didn't feed him sandwiches. So a peanut butter and jelly sandwich was not his idea of a lunch. He was not excited. So I got some of these also off Amazon. And they're just sandwich cutouts. This one is an elephant and a baby elephant. This one is 2 trains, and they have a butterfly. There's a bunch of different ones. I think there's 8 that come in the pack. But those have really helped my son find some excitement in sandwiches. And my daughter loves picking out a shape if we're gonna do a sandwich at home for her. We use these little spoons. I've just found that these are handy. I got these off Amazon and they came in, I wanna say, a double pack. And these have, one box of these lasted me almost all of last year, because obviously we don't send it every single day. And then they can be recycled or they can toss them, whatever your preference is. So those are helpful, and you don't have to send your metal spoons to school and never see them come back. Another great tip are these silicone containers. So you can bake with these, but there's these little rectangle ones, all different colors. So you can pop these in the YUMBOX, or you can pop this in just a regular Tupperware container, and it just helps separate it out like a bento box. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen my son's lunches. Sometimes I'll pop them in my stories just as kind of a fun little lunch inspiration. But we use these picks a lot. My son likes ham roll-ups, and what we'll do is we'll take one of these little picks, and then you just put a ham roll-up on it. He also uses these for fruit, vegetables, and it's fun. I swear you could put anything on this and your kids will at least try it. So I got 2 different kinds. Those are smaller, and then these are a little bit thicker. My daughter uses these ones. And then again, these are just some silicone molds. These are just round. And again, you can just divvy up like a bigger sized box. So these are some of the things that I use to make lunches. And this is what works for us. So I just keep this one tote handy, and when I pack his lunch at night, I can pack his lunch in under 10 minutes. So the biggest thing is this YUMBOX. It looks like there's a lot of different compartments. It gives them a lot of different options, but you know what you're packing. And so you put ham, you put wheat thins, you put cucumbers, you put strawberries, I put fruit snacks in here a lot, and then you put a Go-Gurt, and you're done. And you pop this in the fridge, and it's ready for the next morning. So there's 2 more tips I want to share with you. One is a tray that I keep lunch ready or snack foods all prepped and ready to go in the refrigerator. So I'll show you that here. All right, here is one tip. I have these clear plastic trays in my fridge, and one of them is devoted just to kids' snacks and kids' lunch items. So I have cheese sticks in here, Go-Gurts. I have a couple of juices, so those are nice and cold, a couple snack packs, and his unsweetened blueberry applesauce. So these are in there ready to go, and they also know this is where they can find snacks if they're home and they're hungry. And I say, go grab one. So this works really well for us. And then my second tip is we have this little shelving unit in my kitchen. And my kids know that their dry snacks are in there. They can help me pack their lunch if they're up. And I usually pack my son's lunch after he's asleep. But if he is involved in it, whether it's in the morning or the night before, I find that he's more invested in eating his lunch. So I'll go ahead and show you that. My other tip is this little drawer unit in my kitchen. So I originally bought this as a coffee station and worked really well for that. But when we moved here, I set it up for kids' snacks. So all of our fruit cups go in here. Our excess applesauce snack packs go in here. Their fruit snacks go in here. So that's the top drawer. The second drawer is granola bars. I have a couple different kinds in here. Nutri-Grain bars. We have a couple of these donuts, which my kids actually don't eat. So my husband's been eating them. But we have those in there. And then the bottom drawer, I'll show you, is candy and snacks. So my kids are spoiled, and whenever they see their grandmother or my grandmother They always have little candies, so they know that they're limited, and that drawer they definitely have to have permission for. But this works really well for us, and it's kid friendly. So that's another tip that I use for kid snacks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are just some tips that have worked for us for packing school lunches. I know packing school lunches can be brutal. There are days where I'm sitting, getting ready to go to bed, and I'm thinking, oh, I have to pack his lunch. But now I tell myself, it takes less than 10 minutes. It'll be done. I know he'll have a healthy lunch, and that's what's worked for us. So let me know if you guys have any tips or what works for you guys in the comments below, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.